I do like the word cromulent.
I feel like overusing cromulent really embiggens your writing.
It does. It really does.
At least physically.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, and girth. Let's see. It's Mumamo. And on this day, in Mumamo history, we're hopping on that tandem bicycle. It'll be us and, 3 million of our closest pals. It'll be the longest tandem bicycle on the planet. And we're going to go exploring through the Atlas of Earth Prime. This exciting silence is deafening. But wait.
Troy, I want you to know that the longest tandem bike in the world is 135 feet long and holds 20 people.
Oh,
Well, that's 5 feet of bike per person. That seems like way too much.
Yeah, it really does.
Look at this. We've got RCs here and no space ducks. AJ Real says, howdy, folks. Squire says, hello. Hello, Governor. Pope Brandon Brownson says, first you kill my friends, then you take my space ducks. You're a monster, RC. I think we're seeing a villain origin story.
RC is a monster in the best way, though.
Yeah, agreed.
The game master sort of way. That's the only way you should be a monster, friends. You heard it here first.
Yeah, kind of just a naughty omnipotence. Let's see. Claude says, biking through Earth Prime.
Ooh.
Naughty Omnipotence is going to be my new band name.
I like it. It's all yours, my friends. Happy Mumemo to you, Calvin. Super fandom bicycle. That's right, Claude. So imagine, if you will, a villain whose name is the Haberdasher.
But I have a villain named the Haberdasher.
Do they steal hats?
No, he's mostly a very suave gentleman criminal who just uses hat-themed gimmicks.
Well, imagine that if you were that villain and you stole all the hats, you would be hatless on Earth Prime. Get it?
What?
Hatless.
Yeah,
of
if the Haberdasher stole all the hats, it would be the Hatless of Earth Prime. Or actually, the victims of his crime would be the Hatless of Earth Prime.
I think we're the victims of the crime here.
Truth. Well, I will make up for it for everybody. Guess what? Aura, thanks for popping in. Aura says, hey, I'm mid-game. Can't stay long, but a few thoughts. I love Atlas of Earth Prime. It's my favorite book. I've heard that a lot today, as people have said, I love that book. When Poop shared the very same sentiment.
If only Steve were here to hear those compliments.
Steve is not here today.
Yeah. He and John Lighthouser took the lead on this book.
Yeah.
I wasn't even associated with the company at the time. They didn't know who I was.
What year did that? Well, you know what? Before we even, begin, let's begin.
It says I proofread this book.
Wait,
That's what it says.
Well, hey, real quick, I want to say, to atone for my just horrible joke, we are going to give you 50% off the Atlas of Earth Prime or the PDF and the PDF. All you have to do is put it in your cart and you put in Atlas. Hold on here. Let me get the code.
As in the word Atlas with an A, or Hatless as in hat, Less?
That's it. It's a Mumamo, Hatless, one word. And you'll get 50% off right this very minute.
Oh, Jonesy says we lost the audio right as you were giving away that sweet discount.
Oh, no.
Really? Still?
I don't know.
Can people hear us?
Can anybody hear us out there? Anybody? Oh, we're still just on the preview image, so
we sure
I can't even
are.
see if we're waving frantically at them.
Watch this. Ta-da!
Oh, there we go.
Audio is working for me, but no video. There's your video, my friend.
Squire, that drug that they gave me is called additional work.
Nice, great. Hey, Abel, good to see you. Jason Jenkins, a resounding yes. Okay, well, so listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning this music up. Whoa. We have a couple things to get out of the way, not the least of which is just a quick recap of the weekend shenanigans. That was so much fun, Alex. You really, yeah.
Santa Claus came to town and ruined everybody's day.
That's right. Yeah, there were farting pufferfish. Mm-hmm. There was a surly turtle.
Oh yeah, Surtle.
The Surtle, yes, yes, as you may know.
Surtle named Fred. He was great.
Yes, old Surtle Fred and Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, Michael Bublé, and Josh Groban all showed up
for a massive concert in California.
Yeah, they left Greece to go to California to spread Christmas cheer to weaken the evil Santa Clauses in the middle of July.
That's right, and RC brings up who was a participant as well, the Splanta.
Yes, I snuck in a sneaky fourth evil Santa Claus that was basically what if the thing was Santa Claus.
Yeah, you did.
And it almost TPK'd everybody.
It was a very messy, puddly pal. Yeah, Splanta. Sort of a drippy sack of zombie Santa juice.
Yeah, I think the word squelching pseudopod was used at least once.
It was a ton of fun, and if you all missed it, we will. I'll drop a link for you. It was a ton of fun, and we do those events with friends from the Patreon, and this time for this very special occasion, we invited some USP folks.
We had Calvin, who plays Bowman in our regular Freedom League stream. He came over and played Bowman with us.
Yep.
And we had Joe, who plays Dr. Irons on our Tuesday night stream. And they were both phenomenal additions to the group. That's
right. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Yes, Squire, Gravy Squatch is everywhere and nowhere. That is an important thing to know. Could be with us right now. You just don't even know. You don't know until you wake up in the morning with a mouthful of gravy. And
this is the rudest monster of all time.
It's all part
I
of the
control of my own product line at some point.
So
I hate savory liquids. I hate them with all of my being.
Not a man of soups, huh?
I don't like soup. I don't like stew. I don't like chili.
Really? I did not know that. Hey, friends, there's a feature if you're hanging out. I see many of you are hanging out on YouTube. They have a clip feature where you can sort of clip out just little bits and pieces. You feel free to clip that and just share it so that people need to know. Mr. Bodie.
Yeah. My dad convinced me the chicken stock and beef broth were made the same way you make orange juice, so that you just take the chicken and you put it on the thingy and squeeze until the juice comes out.
Oh boy!
And I have internalized that as a young man, and I know it's not true, but my brain knows it's not true. My heart doesn't.
That's right. Your heart hates what it hates. You can't help it. And a lavery cichlid is something very different, I think.
Sounds like a candy Willy Wonka would make.
Right. Yes. So something
or a soup stock that Willy Wonka would make.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Chicken squeezins.
You're welcome, everybody. That's your night meal for the day.
Good old-fashioned country-style chicken squeezins.
Don't leave home without it. Today is Atlas of Earth Prime Day, and just to make sure that I don't forget, the other big news is we're going to Gen Con. We're going to be there. We're going to have new books. We're going to have I'll be there, and I believe that Alex will be there, and
I'll be there with bells on.
Bells on, nice.
Yeah, I get to meet Alex in person, and then I get to find out how much sugar we get to add to chili before he considers it a soda.
Right. When does it change into a ice cream topping? Then
I just got lightheaded.
yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that is all of that is very unsavory. But we have got here. I'm going to drop a link for everybody, and you can motor over there on your own power and pick it up. I spit out my water with chicken juicing. So did I. Absolutely. Check that link out. But don't dilly dally because we're loading up the bike and we're going to get a pedaling. We decided before the show started that Alex would be in the basket, all swaddled up like a little ET.
Mm-hmm.
Little ET.
Let me go get a blanket.
He's going to be the one that flies us in between continents.
That's right. He says, "Be good." Yeah, and okay. Well, so this is interesting because Steve and Lighthouser, those were the those two, and many more people, of course. I mean, Alex, you proofread it.
Apparently, that's what the credits say.
Yeah, the Atlas of Earth Prime is what 200? How many pages long?
Oh gosh,
273 on the PDF.
And there are 135 Hero Lab files that are included.
That feels right.
Yeah, I've got them right here, fortunately.
wow.
A little prep.
That's so many.
That's so many. And then I want to remind everybody that if you use the code MOO Atlas, you will get 15% off of either or both of the big book and the PDF, which is awesome. And with that being said, should we take a look inside?
I suppose.
Let's go on a journey.
Also, Sean, I'm never really on Discord, so if you have questions, Discord is just about the worst way to get in touch with me.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Not a lot of folks. I mean, the thing is, I don't know about you, but for me, it is the confluence of several different career paths. So I've got video game fans, and I've got folks who are engaged in other sort of pursuits, and then all of the tabletop folks. And it's just like a fire hose of people with questions. And get a little overwhelming. But yes, if you wanted to ask the question, Sean, and it's a cold day in Midtown, you say? Yeah. You might have all the answers you need right here. But okay, here we are, taking a look at the book.
Now I've lost track of sugar.
That's right. I like
She's in Iberia. Page 101, I think you told me.
Are you sure she's not in Louisiana?
She should be in Louisiana.
So, for those who weren't here in the pregame, which you wouldn't have been because it was just Troy and Alex and I know this is Sugar, the pre-Christian Basque deity, but my brain can't look at this and not hear sugar because I was raised in the South. And the idea of a Southern Belle dragon is endlessly delightful to me.
I agree.
I love that she stole a car to put in her hoard.
Right? And a luxury car.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go down there to Italy and get me one of them Ferraris and bring them back to the swamp.
Wait, is Sugar an old country lawyer? I said. I love it. I am. So while I'm looking for a link real quick, let's dive in. We've got old sweet Sugar, of course.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential with a powerful, immortal, magical being that's in love with the neo-feudalist system that is Antebellum South. So, that said, you want to tread lightly on anything involving the Antebellum South.
Absolutely.
For obvious reasons. But,
that's right.
Yeah. Those who have not bounced around in the in the Atlas of Earth Prime, it is divided up by continents and then by regions within those continents, and you've got heroes and villains of just about every stripe on all 7 continents, plus Atlantis.
And the Lost World and Sub-Terra and all sorts of fun places.
Yeah. We've got, oh gosh. I mean, let's be honest, we're American. Let's start out talking about America. And I don't mean North America. I mean real America, the US of A.
I love it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, this collects some of the information from second edition about things like the Buckner Ridge Penitentiary from Lockdown, and hints at some of the characters from the Book of Magic, like the Mayombe and Lady Mamba, who is much younger now, which feels weird. Midvale, Kansas, which is our sort of Smallville.
Hey, real fast, let me just double check. I see that Chad isn't heading into isn't working for Facebook, and I just want to double check. No, it looks like I can see. Yeah, Sean, I see Sean. You're on Facebook. Sean, are you able to see? Let me know in chat if you're able to see this test. Anyway, go on. Sorry about that.
And apparently we tried to get people who were native to each of the regions to write the respective continents. Nice. That is amazing.
Yeah, I remember John and Steve talking about that.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with continents outside of North America, but a lot of the culture discussed in Mexico specifically sounded familiar, having grown up alongside a lot of Mexican immigrants in the South. So
I love it. Let's see, Mystery, New Hampshire, or you got your Scooby-Doo in my Earth Prime.
I love Mystery, New Hampshire. It's one of my favorite spots.
And yeah, I mean, what do we even talk about? There's so much. We've got Cyber Vikings with Robot Vikings, or the Cyber Viking with a team of Robot Vikings.
Nice.
But it is loaded down with so many different NPCs and villains and huge plots that don't necessarily intersect with Freedom City, so they don't get discussed much outside of the Freedom City book.
When John has joined us in chat, says Alex
Hey,
did a fantastic job on the Central America entry. I'm wondering, I'll let you continue. I'm gonna mute myself for just one quick second, so you will not have my repartee, but I'll be here. Hey, Jay Gray, good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, Jay, I'm so sorry. There is not much for the Ozarks, and as a Southerner, I feel that pain because there's also not a lot on what's going on down in the South. To be fair, the book is a very high level look at Earth Prime. So even though the United States is kind of overrepresented in page count, there's still not enough to go into much detail on anything besides, a quick description of what superheroics and villainy are like in any given country, and then provide a couple of different bios for different characters in that region.
Yeah, we don't have a single mention of Florida in the United States section.
Yeah, right?
That feels like a place ripe for superhero shenanigans.
Like, not necessarily super heroics, but definitely super strange things. But yeah, Black Anubis ended up in here in another carryover from second edition, and oh gosh, my favorite characters in Earth Prime are here in Sub-Saharan Africa. It's not White Lioness, but she's cool. Here we go. Prime Detective and Hell Screamer. It is the world's greatest detective and a metalhead whose power is screaming things to death.
Love all of that.
And they are not by default a duo. They just live in the same country, but because of this illustration, they are always an awkward pairing in my mind.
Yeah, she looks like she doesn't want to put up with his crap as often as
Right.
as often as he gives it.
And he looks like he's very tired of nobody putting up with his crap.
Relatable content.
Right. But yeah, the whole book is chock full of, flavorful characters from other corners of the world who it would be great to find excuses to cram them into your game no matter where you set it, or if you do a globe-trotting campaign, then, it's kind of a great rotating cast, Scooby-Doo style, to sort of introduce different heroes and villains all across the globe. Terrorbird is... Terrorbird is sort of not like a cursed lycanthrope. We have a lot of cursed lycanthrope style characters.
Well, and I think there's a benefit to superhero games that you can't get in a lot of other things, where it can be a globe-trotting adventure without issue. Like, you can get across the world in a couple of hours with most movement powers.
Yeah, we've got whole other super teams besides the Freedom League statted up, or at least named and given personalities, and we tell you what default hero archetypes or villain archetypes to use to flesh them out.
Do we have any luchadors?
We do.
What? For real?
For real. Eek. I don't remember what page. Oh, you know what? I have the physical book in front of me. I can keep that open too. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wait, there's a League of Meta Luchadores. Here on page 35.
Oh, right. They're a wrestling league, if I remember.
That's right. Claude says a whole league.
Yeah, whole league of meta wrestlers.
There you go. I love it. Now, when we talk about the massive number of villains and heroes, and I mean, it is sort of a mix, right? Is it mostly villains? What's the mix of that?
I mean, I feel, it's pretty close to 50-50.
Nice.
If you don't count like minion stat blocks and things like that. But yeah, looks like we have about an even split between heroes and villains.
I like that. And then now, do we get into the geography or sort of places, notable, I don't know, buildings and that kind of thing? Like, how granular do we get?
It doesn't quite get that granular of like going into specific buildings. Mostly it's kind of a high level view of the country and how they look at.
Oh, did we lose you?
Oh no, she's frozen on my screen.
Yeah, mine too. Let's see.
But yeah, like Crystal was
super
saying,
beings and what superhuman. So yeah, Centurion has us in northern Canada, Fortress of.
Oh,
I'm back.
You're
welcome back.
I'm not sure what happened. But you are back. Let's pull this.
Yeah, it's kind of a travel log where it calls out like a couple of specific points of interest for most countries, and sometimes a region is just kind of broken down into, this is the country and here are a handful of superhumans there.
I like that. Yeah. Now Claude mentions, I think that you're talking about the Super Wrestling League is on page 30.
35.
Gotcha. 35. Yeah. Gotcha.
Their image is on page 30. There's art of them.
And remember, superheroes always have misunderstandings and need to fight other superheroes.
That's right.
Sometimes it's mind control. Usually it's cultural misunderstandings. I would recommend rewarding your players with a hero point if they don't wait for the explanation and just jump into the fight.
One of the things I love when we talk about sort of resources and we get a sense of what folks really enjoy and how they like to sort of consume, absorb, digest their sort of uh, resources to tell these stories. Aura mentions that personally they like to have a more of a broad overview so they can do their own research.
Hmm.
And I do like that you or also has a collection of obscure travel books. That's fun. I think that's really really great. I think also it helps. It helps kind of fill out the edges, and it fits in line sort of with what we do when we're building this stuff, right, Crystal? I mean, we try to leave space
Yeah.
for people to move.
Yeah, we want people to have breathing room. One of the reasons we didn't initially want to do another Freedom City book for third edition was uh, we'd already revisited Freedom City in detail and given it a bunch of heroes already, and a lot of people kind of felt like there was no space for their heroes in Freedom City.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I think it just kind of speaks to the thoughtfulness of kind of how things are architected behind the scenes, and really just it's a stage for people for players to fill. I like it a lot. Now Bermuda, do we talk about the Bermuda Triangle at all?
We do. It's right there.
There it is. Always freaked me out.
Well, I mean, it was supposed to. Here we go. We have a whole sidebar talking about the Bermuda Triangle on Earth Prime.
There's a lot of talk about Canada, Team Canada, and how they're basically a hockey team. Is that true?
At least personality wise.
I see. Ruffians.
Yeah.
That's right. Abel says Team Canada being basically rabble rousers as well as heroes is fun. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. We've got Coral on this page. She's one of my favorite characters introduced in this book. She's basically the national hero of Bermuda and can turn her body into coral and shape it into things.
I love that our explanation of the Bermuda Triangle is it's weird, yo. Do something with it.
I like it. Let's see.
Well, if you give it a canon explanation, then let's be honest, players are going to read these books and they're going to know what the explanation is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Mr. Bodie says, I was going to ask about the Bermuda Triangle and Easter Island.
Oh,
we have Easter Island in there?
We do. I'm trying to remember. I think it comes up in South America. And we also have Utopia Island.
Hey.
For those of you who remember Utopia from first and second edition. Oh, gosh. Honduras.
Hurricane. Also, poor Hurricane who couldn't join the Freedom League.
I do like that we have some translation and pronunciation guides. So,
Ooh, I like that too.
If you're one of our American readers and you were never really taught how to understand any language other than Americanized English, it's hopefully a big help.
I love that. That's really thoughtful. Yeah. I mean, try as we might, we just don't have the exposure as much as we could and should to
Easter Island is on page 70.
I must have walked right by it.
Sean
right
says
underneath Chile.
Easter Island is one of those funny places where it's actually very well explained at this point. The mystery perseveres. I like that.
Yeah, we've just got the one paragraph talking about it.
And there's a ghost ship that goes by there.
Of course there is.
Of course there's a ghost ship.
Wait, who's that in the corner? Is that up in the right-hand corner? Is that Gravy Squatch?
I think that's probably Gigante.
Oh, never mind. I don't know my
Or
glasses.
Mapinguari? Maybe?
Oh, yep. I bet you that's who that is.
Yep. kind of wish we had little breakdowns of who was who in each of these illustrations, because sometimes you've really got to dig to get an idea of it.
I think Gigante might be the guy in the bottom with a G.
Oh, that would make sense.
I love it. Is that Chris? Is Chris Punk Pinata?
France represent?
Yeah,
No. Chris Primus would never speak in favor of France.
Right.
He's the Grease man.
I wasn't sure that can't be in the stream personally, but just wanted to hop in to mention that Freerunner is one of the coolest characters in M&M lore.
Probably. Oh, is Freerunner the cyborg?
Ooh,
gosh.
look at that. Look at them chompers.
109.
The Beast of the Baltic. That's like the world's angriest walrus.
Yeah, no, really. That's a real cranky sort of
What?
Cthulhu or a walrus. Cthulhu or a little walrus. I'll work on that.
Dear. Everybody watches as I fail to operate Adobe.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh. Got the Cyber Centaur.
Nice. So I am curious.
Chiron, I want to say?
What would be
Professor
inside
Chiron.
Professor Chiron. I wonder what would be inside of a punk pinata.
Thrashing.
Yeah, a lot of exactly. A lot of feelings.
A couple of jean jackets.
Yeah, so spikes. Yeah.
Here we go. Freerunner.
I dig it.
He's got skates. That's one of his powers.
Oh, has he got
cyber skates?
I like that. So Corey Alcorn asks, we talk a lot about America and Europe. What kind of representation does Africa have?
Oh, Africa's got a lot of. Let's see, 136.
Eyeliner being a punk pinata.
Yeah, we actually cover, well, break Africa out into the Middle East and tons of heroes and villains.
Yeah, we have North Africa.
Yeah, we break out, specifically North Africa, East Africa, West Africa, and Sub-Saharan Africa into distinct regions.
Oh, I like that. A lot.
Yeah.
Written
nice
by
that we
Jack
don't
Norris.
just lump.
John Lighthouser adds that there's lots and written by Jack Norris.
I'm so glad John's here.
I am too. Don't think I didn't try to get him on, but he's got day job stuff, so he can't. Heroes of the Horn. I like that.
Yeah, this is where we get White Lioness, the Savo. Red
We have
Hyena.
Takana. We have Takana, our
our Wakanda analog.
Is that the Lost Lands place, or is Lost Lands place like where the Chimera kind of monster place? Or
No, that's the Lost Lands.
I think we just call it the Lost World.
Yeah, the Lost World is its own place, but it's got entrances scattered all over the globe. Probably in the Bermuda Triangle.
There you go. I like it. That would explain a lot. I like it.
Yep. Be nice to go into all of these in more detail, but
yeah. Can we look at sort of the intro page again real quick? I just want to. I mean, it's so fascinating when you see sort of that first breakdown of the.
There we go.
And more so, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of right there. So that is so great, and so
that's just the Americas.
Yeah, but I know that we kind of, for each of the sections, we have that sort of that kind of almost computer. It looks like some kind of computer UI interface of some sort, and so it just kind of shows the geographic region and what else do we have up there? You were clear for so okay, I get it. So it's just sort of a got
sort of a a chapter header that makes it like files from the ACE agency.
Fun. Very cool. I like that.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's, I mean, hopefully it's okay, but we do have in Japan a Sentai team, which delights me to no end, but I'm a kind of bitch white girl, so I don't know if that's okay or not. Oh, and we have Australian representation.
Nice. Okay, look at that.
Yeah.
The layout is great.
Yeah, great subcontinent characters.
Raymond says the Champions of West Africa art on page 153 makes me wish they were a comic so I could read it.
Right. There's
That's
some
cool.
really interesting work coming out of sub-Saharan African like comic and animation industries right now.
Yeah, Claude adds Ascari Inc. is a cool Heroes for Hire group in Tanzania. Let's see, having a Sentai team instead of a Common Rider ripoff, for shame.
This is the second stream in a row that Common Rider has come up.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
We're in the zeitgeist, friends.
I mean, put it on your bingo cards.
That's right. Have those materialized yet? Chat.
Oh no, the Yakuza. Oh, the Sentai team that I'm thinking of is actually from Paragons. That's right.
Ah.
They're actually kind of very cynically formed by a corporation trying to get like mascots.
John Pologic adds, the Philippines actually have a thriving superhero pop culture industry, including the long-running heroine, Darna.
Nice.
Okay.
Very cool. But, yeah, we do go into Kaiju Island a little in Japan and then skip right over to Korea. And honestly, I would love to see more on South Korea, but...
Definitely.
Claude says, more reason we need Paragons for the Patreon.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, for those who are just tuning in, and may not be familiar with, I mean, how could you not be? But if you just happen to be, passing through, you want to check out patreon.com/mutants masterminds. We're going to be releasing a couple crooks today after this stream, and they're particularly crooky and punchable they are.
They're the most punchable.
This week it's Johnny Reb and Iron Cross.
That's
right. We had a buy one get one on white supremacy.
Yeah.
Yucky.
But punchable villains nonetheless, and you can get into the Patreon for like $3, and then we do all kinds of events and other things, and essays, rules to test, alternative rule sets, all kinds of good stuff. So I've heard tell that it's well worth the price of admission, and that's from a Sean, by the way.
Sean's are very wise.
They're very discerning people.
Yeah, very, very.
Sean had specific beef with your Santa Claus this weekend, Crystal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he kept trying to zap the claw. It was rude. That's Thunderbolt.
That's just rude. He's just trying to bring order to a chaotic system.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of lost track of our big, we were going to frame this as where in the world is Steve Kenson, but we kind of got distracted by the pretty book.
We did indeed, yeah. That's right, because I was going to say, hit it, rockapella, and then we were going to go into an acapella boop blah boop 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 thing about Steve.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, but I'm not a very good singer, and
Mr. Kenson.
There we go.
A treat. Wait.
Boom, 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 boom.
We'll have to try that out. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, we do in fact have a Hanuman-based hero. I I don't think you're allowed to publish a superhero book that includes Asia and not have a Hanuman-based hero.
John says there should be a Turkish team of knockoff American heroes. That's so hype.
There's a very brief entry on Turkey, but
Have we ever done like a knockoff Freedom League? I think that would be an interesting concept to bring in, even if it's not international.
well, Paragon sort of has a knockoff Freedom League, but I mean, it's just the Freedom League from another dimension. So
This is great. Yeah. Stan says I want a rockapella theme song for the show. Yeah. We should work on that. Note, the Turkish film industry has done this several times. Yeah. Absolutely. The Breedom Feig. Nice. RC. We have Freedom League at home, Mom says.
Yeah, we also get into Sub-Terra specifically, so we delve under the world.
Ooh.
And this is more information than we've ever published about Sub-Terra anywhere else.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots of our little world.
Yeah, you can have all kinds of like classic D&D style adventures down here and have your superheroes do some dungeon crawling and fight Morlocks and lizard people.
And the Terra King is just a perfect little nerd.
Right? I have to admit, I have a soft spot for the Terra King.
Okay, what's the Terra King story? Yeah.
He's just kind of an antisocial loser who found a hole in the bottom of the world, and like we all wish we could, he crawled into it. And
Yes.
he found a whole other world down there where he's cool.
That's a mood.
So now he has a pet kaiju, and Morlocks listen to him, and he gets to wear this cool mask.
And in my version of Earth Prime, Daedalus owes him $20.
There is quite a bit of chatter about a knockoff Freedom League. I mean, everyone is very excited about that, and there's threats of
Brought to you by
people-
Mars Tech.
That's right. That's right. People
Somebody
are
said brand management would be a good person to put it together.
Oh yeah, brand management would be a great, well, terrible but great excuse to have a knockoff Freedom League.
Very fun.
Oh, are you sick of these woke new Freedom Leaguers? Do you miss the classic Freedom League of your childhood?
We can have Jack Missile instead of Johnny Rocket.
Jeez, that's perfect.
Jack Missile is a throbbing heterosexual.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
He coal rolls. Actually, when he runs, he generates coal behind him.
They're all just built using not terrible power suit technology.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Colonizer vibes.
It's a discounted league.
Not America instead
are.
of Lady Liberty.
I love it.
Yeah, you've got to sign up for the app to get them to rescue you.
Perfect. This is great. Everybody is very, very excited about it. I also want to say that there are threats to rally the Patreon to do. Wow. Yeah. Well, so here's what I say. We love collective bargaining. Get together, figure out what it is that you like, and raise a ruckus.
Yeah. And we've got kaiju down in Sub-Terra as well.
Okay.
So my players have had to fight a giant snail at least twice at this point.
Oh, that's such a fun idea. A giant snail. Oh, I'm borrowing that liberally.
You don't have to borrow it. It's right here. It's Molech. I guess Molech might be a mole.
Yeah, I always thought Moloch was like a mole.
Oh, no. Resembling a giant armored badger. Who was I thinking of? That's a giant snail.
Snail Tour. The giant snail. American Made has to be on that team. Okay.
I mean, it's already been done by the Tick, though.
Look at this. People are really lobbying. Claude.
Millennium,
Crossbow
Firebrand.
dude. Crossbow dude. No.
Well, I mean, if this is your knockoff, like Woo America Freedom League, then you've got to have a guy with rifles instead of bowmen.
It's got to be gunman.
Minuteman.
Minuteman, yeah.
But Minuteman is a hero in revolutionary times, isn't that right?
Slingshot lad.
Okay.
I thought we had a Minuteman in maybe the Time Traveler's Codex.
I don't think we do in the Time Traveler's Codex, but
or in the Freedom League sourcebook, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we might have one in Freedom City.
Jimmy Longarm.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Longarm. There we go. Oh, they bought the rights to the Minuteman name. Yeah, that explains it.
Mm-hmm.
Target Master.
Excuse me.
I hope they get a guy who's just faking being Hercules from mythology for Daedalus.
Oh, yeah. Or no, it's just, a robot suit, kind of like the Mickey Mouse suit from Disneyland, where they just put like a rotating cast of guys in there.
That's great.
So, like the next time you stop the discount league, Daedalus has no idea who you are.
Look, y'all, I've got too much Gen Con prep for this, okay? You can't give me all of this ideas that I want to run away with right now.
Right? Like, I keep doing these because we get free ideas from the fans.
Yeah, there's some really, really good ones.
Mr. Wildman instead of Dr. Metropolis. No, I'm thinking Professor Suburb.
Professor Suburb. That's awesome.
Or, no, Professor Main Street.
Professor Main Street.
I feel a little dirty coming up with these names.
Seriously, you're good at it, and that one just
Professor
really
Main Street is a good one.
My eye started to twitch.
All right. Give me a sec. I gotta make some notes here.
Dr. Cul-de-sac, get out of your car.
That's so good. Look at this. It never fails. It never fails. Back in the early days of Moom Ammo, when we were just sort of figuring our stuff out and chatting with folks, not an episode would go by that Crystal wouldn't leave with a page of notes of things to add and do.
Yeah, we'll write a quick summary for the Discount Freedom League released by Brand Management.
I love it.
Hate you all so much. These are good ideas.
Yeah, we probably. I mean, who would be? Could you do a Karen?
Yeah, a Lady Liberty character.
Yeah.
And they would just leave Siren out entirely because a black woman.
Yeah, this is definitely a commentary on the state of things.
I wonder what they would do for Star Knight. I wonder what the Star Knight analog would be.
Well, she's part of the woke new generation of the Freedom League.
I'm trying to think of what a good analog would be. The Real American. Oh God, that's yikes.
Space Cop.
Oh, that's getting uncomfortable real fast.
It sure is. Yeah, it is. But hey, let's see. The most power and evil suburban villain of the HOA. Yeah, that's right. The most power and evil in suburbia. All the control over the height of your grass and the color of your fence.
Crossbow dude.
Crossbow dude.
Look,
great.
It might have to be Crossbow Dude.
But Minuteman is pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, it's super good. Okay, well, so we've talked about
Star Knight just becomes astronaut.
There we go. Space
History started in 1776 when Ben Franklin threw the British tea into the water.
That's right. Yeah, and that's when that's why we celebrate our birthday on that day. Bow tie man. Boo. Let's see.
It can only be Expo, dude, if we get Rob Liefeld for the art.
Ugh, the pouch.
Well, I want to remind everybody that as I can't believe it. We've already burned through an hour, and there's just so much more riffing to be done on this horrible team of knockoff heroes. But don't forget, there's a discount. You can your discount code is going to be. Let me see if I don't have a graphic. I think I'm going to get rid of everything else if I do this. But
How's are chiming in here with Spacer X.
I saw that. Mumamo Hatless for your 15% off of your PDF or your hardbound book. 15% off Mumamo Hatless, and you'll get your Atlas of Earth Prime at a discount. And let's see, what else do we've got cooking? Let me put this away. There's so much in this book that clearly it is inspirational, and it is doing its job, most certainly. Very cool conversations with everybody in chat. I want to talk a little bit about like what's going on in your worlds. Alex, what have you got cooking? You got a big game tonight, or you got some people to torment?
I've got a regular size game tonight after we did our crossover last week.
Good.
But we will be heading. We have returned to Starhaven after the destruction of Magnalore, and our team is on the brink of getting arrested for causing an interstellar incident. Or planetary incident.
I would expect less. Yeah. How did the crossover go? Was it fun?
It was a ton of fun. Yeah. It was nice getting to delve a little bit more into the history of the Preserver Stones and picking why Collapsar decided to start his reign of terror with Magnalore. And then we got to fight the Silver Shepherd instead of the Silver Surfer, so that was fun.
Okay, all right. I like it. Crystal, what do you have cooking?
I mean, not a lot at the moment. I just finished up Right On Con, and I am cleaning the house because my mother is coming to visit.
Aha, I like it.
That's too much personal information.
Oh, no, I think everybody's excited. We can't wait for your mom to be on the program.
Stack of boxes there.
I see it.
Quietly turn the camera.
Right. That's so good. The other thing is the physical book for Atlas of Earth Prime and Print. Yeah.
Should be.
It should be. I'm looking at it now, and it says that it is. I'm going to drop the link again in chat. Did the Silver Shepherd have a cosmic crook?
He did. Horizon has this big, like, it looks like a shepherd's crook that he flies around with.
Ah, I like it. Well, guess what? Oh, Mr. Buddy asks, will Dr. Corgi be spoiled?
Dr. Corgi will be spoiled rotten. My mother loves her.
I love that. I have something to share.
Ooh.
Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Over on our buddy Stan's Facebook, and we're also on StanX on Twitch and YouTube. We are, I think it's our 14th episode of the Sumo Show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that. It's been a ridiculous amount of fun. I would never have imagined myself hanging out and just talking about sumo, but you add some Stan and you add some Owen, and it is just a blast. So if you're around, check that out. We have a good time, and you will too, I promise, or your money back. I think that is it, friends. We've had to cover so much. My thanks to everybody in chat. Really a blast. Next time we're gonna dig into some stuff. We're gonna hold some space for Lighthouser to come over here and hang out and chat with us a bit. With that being said, any final words from folks?
Hopscotch.
I like it. How about you,
Make
Alex?
good choices. And if you don't make good choices, run faster than the cops.
And mine is harmonica. There you go, friends. And, true, Stan mentions that you don't have to know much about sumo. I know not anything at all. You'll enjoy the sumo show. But, okay, everybody, have a great rest of your week. Hope you've had fun. We will look forward to seeing you next Thursday for Thursdayge. And that's that. Bye, everyone.